My sister slept with my boyfriend in college, so I cut her off. Years later, she demanded a wedding invite. Mom said, if she's not going, neither am I. My sister slept with my boyfriend in college, and I cut her out of my life. 4 years later, I got engaged, and she demanded an invitation to my wedding. When I said no, my mom told me she wouldn't come either, so I let them both stay home. I was 20 when it happened. I was dating a guy named Luke for a year and a half. He was my first real relationship. My sister Brooke was 2 years older at the same university. She'd come over to my apartment sometimes, and Luke was usually around. I didn't think anything of it. Then one Friday, I drove to Luke's place to surprise him after my shift. His door was unlocked. I walked in and found them in his bed. Brooke saw me first. She pulled the sheet up and said my name like it was a question. I didn't scream. I turned around and walked back to my car. I called my mom. I told her what happened. She was quiet. Then she said, "Are you sure you didn't misunderstand? I saw them in his bed, Mom." Well, Brooke's been going through a hard time. She probably wasn't thinking clearly. She made an excuse for her in the first 5 minutes. I hung up. I blocked Luke. I blocked Brooke. She showed up at my apartment the next day. I didn't open the door. She left a note that said, "It was a mistake. I was drunk. I threw it away." Over the next few months, Mom called constantly. "She's your sister. People make mistakes. You can't throw away family over a boy." It was never about Luke. I got over him fast. It was about the fact that my sister looked at someone I loved and decided she wanted him more than she wanted me. And my mom picked her side. I stopped going home for holidays. I stopped answering group texts. 4 years went by. I graduated, got a job in marketing, met a man named Joel at a friend's barbecue. He was kind, steady, and never made me feel like I had to compete for his attention. We dated for 2 years, and he proposed on a Tuesday morning while I was making coffee. No big show, just him and a ring and the words, "I want every morning to be like this." I said yes before he finished the sentence. I started planning the wedding. Small, 60 people. A restaurant with a private room, not a church. I invited my dad. I invited my aunts and uncles and a few cousins. I did not invite Brooke, and I did not tell my mom about the engagement. She found out from my aunt. She called me that same day. "When were you going to tell me?" "I was going to send you an invitation." "Is Brooke invited?" "No, you need to invite her. She's your sister. This has gone on long enough. She slept with my boyfriend. That was 4 years ago. People grow. You need to let it go." I did let it go. I let her go. She got quiet. Then she said, "If Brooke isn't invited, I'm not coming." I let that sit for a second. Then I said, Okay, what? Okay, don't come." She wasn't expecting that. She started backpedaling. "I didn't mean it like that. I just think if we're all there together, it could be a fresh start. I'm not using my wedding as a family therapy session. You're welcome to come. Brooke is not. If that means you stay home, that's your choice." She hung up on me. Brooke texted me the next day from a new number. "I heard about the wedding. I'm happy for you. I'd really like to be there. I've changed." I read it twice. Then I deleted it. Dad called that night. "Your mom's really upset." "I know. Would it kill you to let Brooke come? She could sit in the back." "Dad, she slept with my boyfriend and Mom made excuses the same night. I've spent 4 years building a life without them. I'm not opening that door on the one day that's supposed to be mine and Joel's." He sighed. "I'll be there. Thank you." The wedding was on a Saturday in April. 61 people. My side was small, but every person there had earned their seat. Joel's family filled 3 tables and treated me like I'd always been one of them. My dad came. He wore a tie I'd never seen and told me I looked beautiful. Mom didn't come. Brooke didn't come. Nobody mentioned them. During the reception, Joel's mom gave a toast. She said, "Family isn't always the people you're born with. Sometimes it's the people who choose to show up." I looked around at the room. My college friends, my coworkers, Joel's parents and brothers and cousins, my dad sitting quietly at his table, smiling. These people showed up. That was enough. Mom called the next day. "How was it?" "It was perfect. I wish I could have been there." "You could have. You chose not to." She didn't say anything for a while. Then, "I was trying to keep this family together." "No, Mom. You were trying to keep Brooke comfortable. Those aren't the same thing." She started crying. I didn't hang up on her. I let her cry. Then I said, "I love you, but I'm not going to keep paying for what Brooke did just to make everyone else feel better about it." We talk sometimes now. It's short and careful. Brooke sent a card after the wedding. It said, "Congratulations." No apology, just congratulations. I put it in the recycling. Joel asked me once if I ever missed her. I said I missed the sister I thought I had, but that person wouldn't have been in that bed.